Hello guys and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing another Black Series figure from the new box line, and that is the most anticipated one for me anyway. It is the Beskar Mandalorian that released, I think pre-orders came out here in June. It was revealed on I think it was the Fan First Friday that they're gonna make a Beskar Mandalorian. They already made a normal one, which was just like, it was huge. It was popular, so popular that it just like sold out for ages, and people trying so hard to find it and they couldn't. And it was all because of the success of the show and how amazing the first season of the show was. And yeah, if you haven't watched it, I do recommend you go and watch it. And yeah, I mean, let's get straight into it. So I mean, we've got the new box here. This is my third new box figure that I've reviewed. I've reviewed the Ezra, which you can go and check out. And I've also reviewed the Darth Vader, which is also up on the channel, so you can go and check that one out as well. And this is the third one, and probably my last one for a while, because no other new box figures have caught my attention. I did have the Night Owl, the Mandalorian Loyalist on pre-order from the Clone Wars, but I thought I'm already getting a Mandalorian, and I've already got a heavy Mandalorian, which I'll compare to this figure at the end of the video, and then so I thought I might as well just leave it. So yeah, let's just get straight into the box, I guess. With the box, we've got Mandalorian. For this Mandalorian colour scheme, because obviously, like I said, there was a colour scheme for like every single different branch of Star Wars that they were doing figures for. So for example, if I just grab the Darth Vader box here, the Darth Vader box is blue. So for the Mandalorian colour scheme, it's orange. This released with a Stormtrooper, I believe, from the Mandalorian. I think it was just basically a normal Stormtrooper, like a repackage, and then they just put it in the Mandalorian box, but still looked very cool. And I still do need to pick up a few Stormtroopers. I just want an army build, but that comes at a cost, I guess. But yeah, with the box, we've got the orange Mandalorian colour, the colour for the Mandalorian theme. We've also got the armor coming, so we've seen that, and then and also a build-up pack, I think, as well. So yeah, and we've got the Mandalorian there, Star Wars The Mandalorian. So we turn to the side, we've got the box art for the Mandalorian. Got a nice little picture of the Mandalorian there, which if you put with your other Mandalorian boxes, that'll build to make one nice long picture. So I guess that gives you a more practical use for your boxes instead of just throwing them in the corner. And then for the back of the box, we've got the same picture of the Mandalorian, and then we've also got a description. So if you want to go and read that description, pause the video now and read that. And yeah, so pretty much we've got nothing on this side. We could just see the Mandalorian. Again, a lot of tape just everywhere with these boxes, which I'm noticing. We've got the orange lining there, but that's pretty much it for the box, guys. So let's just open this figure up and have a closer look. So guys, here's the Mandalorian out of the packaging, but I just do want to start with the accessories first. I do like to not mess about with the figures too much before the I don't even mess about with them before the review. When you see the figures at the start, they're basically sealed. I do open them while doing the review because I like the idea of discovering, well, like looking at the figure like as the video is seeing it, so I could get my first impressions rather than have my first impressions off camera. But yeah, this Mandalorian does come with a few accessories, to be fair. It comes with about, I would say 4. It is 3, just like extra ones, but I'd include the cape because you can take it off and put it back on, which is 4. So looking at the first one, we'll look at the jetpack first. So there's the jetpack. It's a bog standard, just sort of graphite colour, but it's very good moulded plastic. Some were saying it's too big. We'll check that out later on while we put it on his back. And then yeah, so that's pretty much the jetpack. And then we've got his long bow staff sniper gun, which he uses in the show for a lot of different things, which looks very cool. We've got the wood colour here, the metal here, then the a bit more of a darker metal colour here, and then the end metal, which matches this. So good, a lot of amount of detail, a lot of molding, if you can see, going here. And then yeah, so that's the sort of bow staff rifle thing. And then we've got his pistol, which I think might be my favorite accessory because it's just the coolest one to put a posing with and stuff. So you've got your wood finishing for the handle, and then just the metal, consistent metal color throughout. And then yeah, you want to make sure that you don't bend this pistol too much, guys, because it can get slanted. Like with Black Series pistols, they do tend to get like slanted, and once they do, it's very hard to get them back in the like straight position. So because it happened with my Han Solo pistol. So yeah, so there's the pistol, and now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let me just fix my lighting. This is a very, like, I really wanted this figure for ages, and I'm finally happy to get it. Here is the oh, there he goes. Here is the Mandalorian himself. The Beskar Mandalorian, and I have to say it looks really, really good. Big well done to Hasbro for how they made this look. It wasn't really hard to mess up in the first place, and in my opinion it looks better than the original Mandalorian they released, but I guess it's down to just preference of which one you prefer more in the show. The one that uses the Beskar armor, the one before that is also cool, but I think this one just looks a lot better. So yeah, pretty much I want to start with talking about the cape. I don't know, the cape looks a bit unnatural to me. I don't know why. His head just, like, I don't know, I don't think it like fits his body well, the cape, in my opinion. Like, just on the figure. In the show it looks fine, but on the figure it looks okay, but I don't know, I don't like him with the cape. Like, even in the show, I think he'll look better with the jetpack, but I think he's going for the Mandalorian trailer. It looks like he's going for both. He's wearing the cape and the jetpack, which you can't do on this figure. I'll show you guys in a bit, but you can't do that on his figure properly. So, if you haven't watched the trailer, feel free to check out our trailer video. There'll be a card here right now. And then, so with the cape, you can, it does lift up very easily. It is like a plasticky, very rubbery. It should have been fabric in my opinion, but yeah. So you can pop this cape off, you slip it over his head, or you can take the whole head off, which I would not like to do because I don't want to like risk breaking anything. So yeah, there's the cape that you can just take off, and then so say we throw this to the side, and then there he is without like any like back accessory, which still it looks really cool in my opinion. I wouldn't mind keeping him like this, but obviously it does come with a jetpack, which we are going to put on now. I do not know how we are meant to position his belt when we put the jetpack on. I'm assuming it's like this. I'm assuming you just push it to the side and then peg the jetpack into his back. That seems like the most... Ooh, I'm going to have to do this off camera because I can't get it in properly. Okay, there we go. Got it. Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to be done. So, there you go. There he is with the jetpack on. I've heard opinions from people saying that it's like the jetpack is way too big, but I don't know. I don't really see it. I feel like it's good scaling for the show. Maybe it's too big in the show as well, but I feel like for here it's also decent scaling. So if we just turn it and you can see it there, it's also decent scaling. So yeah, pretty much that looks all good, to be honest. To me, that looks like the best way to probably keep him. I don't know how sturdy he is on his back. It does pop out quite easily. It's not gonna jam in there, but it is still a good amount. It's not gonna fall out. Like, hold on, if I just plug it back into his back. There is 3 pegs for this on his back, so you have to fully slot it in. So there you go. It's not going to fall out like at all. Like by shaking it or even like pulling it a little bit, it's not going to come out. But it's not going to like be jammed in there, so you don't have to worry about it getting stuck or anything. So yeah, pretty much there he is with the jetpack on. And then so we can put the cape back on, so just squeeze that back over his head, his helmet, and there you go. It doesn't look great, does it? Like that. It just, there's no other way to put it really, unless you do this, which doesn't look natural, and also on the other side doesn't look natural. The only way I could say justifying this is flying pose. Maybe you might just get away with it, but then again, it still looks kind of weird. So maybe just, if you're going to use the jetpack, just not use the cape. That's pretty much, I think, what I'm going to do. And also, I'll just keep the cape on for now, because that's the original thing. Take the jetpack off and keep the cape on. And then, so, yeah, and maybe, if you guys, like, if any of you collectors are, like making cloth or fabric clothing for your figures, this, cape in, like, a fabric remake should not be hard to make if you know what you're doing, I guess. So, if I might be able to do that, so if I ever do, I'll show you in the next video, I guess, next Black Series video. So yeah, let's just look at the detail now, I guess. I like to do my videos in a very structured way. So let me just put the jetpack back here. So detail on it. So on the Mandalorian, we've got his basic helmet, which has got a nice silver. It's got a glossy finish, but don't mind, shiny Beskar armor. So you've got the same finish throughout for the whole armor. And you've got his under armor, which is like brown. Comparing it to the normal Mandalorian, I was watching a video and it does look a bit different. So yeah, and then you've got his signet, the Mudhorn signet, which he earns in the last episode, I believe. Or not the last episode, might have been episode 6 or 7, one of those episodes. And then you've got his wrist, the whistling arrows gauntlet there, which looks very cool, very like molded. And then, oh no, this is the whistling arrows gauntlet, and then molded, and then this is the flamethrower, I believe. Then you've got his gloves, which look very cool, with the arrows on them. You've got his holster for his gun. You've got one pad of weathering armor, which matches the look of the first Mandalorian Black Series that was released, which looks really cool on this. I like it. Then you've got one new Beskar plate. You've got all Beskar here in the back. Beskar. Then you've just got his normal sort of trousers. You've got his one shin pad here with the armor. Then you've got one leg that doesn't have a shin pad on it. Then you've got your feet, very bog standard feet, and that's pretty much it for the detail, guys. I mean, it's not really a simple figure, because you've got very different tones of color for his underclothing and stuff. So yeah, it's very detailed, but also a very simple color palette at the same time, which just matches really well. So yeah, now that we've looked at the detail, there's the cape if you want to just have another look at that on the back. Now that we've looked at the detail, let's get into the articulation. So let's start with the articulation, guys. I've taken off the cape just to like make sure it doesn't hinder anything. So starting with the head, we've got the head on a new Black Series joint, which has the neck movement here, if it like shimmies back and forward, as well as the ball joint movement of the head. So it looks up about that far, and then looks down about that far. So good, very good range, 360 sort of, yeah, really good range. Then moving on to his arms, we've got full rotation. Arms come out, but is restricted by the shoulder pads, which is understandable. You can just turn it though. And then we've got your elbow single jointed, which comes back quite far. Then we've got the swivel of the elbow. We've got a wrist hinge. Yeah, am I right? Yeah. Wrist hinge, which can be used to carry the child, which I can show you later. Wrist rotation. Then coming down to the sort of chest area, we've got a ab crunch, which goes quite far forward and back. Make sure you very careful with this, because I don't think it has snapped on anyone, but it feels like it could if it wanted to, so just be very careful, I guess. And then moving down to the legs, legs can kick up about that forward, about that far back. We've got a double jointed knee, which comes back this far back. We've got thigh rotation, of course. Then we've got foot goes up and down, and then of course we've got ankle pivot. So yeah, guys, now that we've done with the accessory, not the accessories, the articulation, it's time to now mess about with the accessories. I showed you the jetpack earlier, so you've already seen that. So I showed you the jetpack with the cape. So now let's mess around with the staff / rifle. So the rifle has got a side piece here, piece of plastic to peg it into the back. I have seen in a review that it doesn't stay in very well, so let's try this. I'm not really sure which peg it's meant to go in. It does go into any peg actually here, so it's meant to be through the belt, so you kind of have to move the belt a little bit to push it in. Sorry guys, I'll just get that video back. There we go. So yeah, there you go. So I'm pretty sure it's meant to go this way, or it's meant to go the other way. I'm not really sure. I can't really remember. I think it's meant to go this way though, actually. It'll look better if it was this way. Let's just do it without the belt because it's easier. So it doesn't peg far in whatsoever. Like it will fall out on you. Like it's not very sturdy whatsoever, because it's the peg's quite big for what it is. And then pegging it into the back, which doesn't go very far into the figure, which is understandable. It's not like in there whatsoever, if you can see. And then just going like that will pop out. And then pegging it into this side, it's not really any better. It's a bit more sturdier than the others, but it's not really much better. And then let's put it on with the cape, I guess. Here it is with the cape on, sort of thing. I obviously haven't really messed about with the figure properly because I like to do first impressions. So yeah, this is my first time just trying it because I don't have the other one. But then putting that in his back, you can do it, but it'll take a bit of time, I guess. And then putting it in his hand now, the rifle. Now I don't know how to do this, so bear with me and I'll be back in a second with the rifle in his hand. So guys, after a long like 2-3 minutes, I have managed to get it into his both hands, holding it. I have seen people get it better than this, like proper close to his head where it looks like he's actually aiming down sights, but this is the best I've been able to get it in so far. It is possible to get it in a better position than this, but still this looks really good. And if you do want him just to hold it single hand, you can just pop this out and then have him hold it like this. And then I guess you can have him use it as a staff, because I think he does in one part of the program, or you can just hold it like this. But yeah, pretty much that's really the bow staff. It looks really cool. On his back also looks good, but it's not the best at like being very sturdy and in there, so it might fall out on you. And in a display, if it falls out and it's hard to get to, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, and then it still looks really good, very good detail, fits in his hand very well. And then they've also the wrist articulation, the hinging, there's a lot of hinging that can be done to make sure you can get this in the right poses. So that's hats off to Hasbro for that. It's just like, it's really good. Like, this figure's just, it doesn't disappoint basically. And then, but even though this isn't going to be my favorite accessory in terms of a weapon to use, it's still really good, and I probably still will keep it in as I'm displaying it. But yeah, let's just take a look at the pistol. That one's going to be 10 times more easier than the staff to get into his hands. There we go, it's in. There you go. So you can have him in his gunslinger pose. I think this is going to be my favorite accessory to pose him with. Just looks very, very cool. This is I would say the weapon that he uses the most in the first season anyway. Who knows what we're going to see in the second season. Hopefully we see some sort of, maybe we might see him wielding the Darksaber, maybe, or maybe a lightsaber of his own, or maybe some new weapons. There is a rumored for a battle pack coming, so I'm guessing that's going to come with this figure, more weapons, and a cradle for the child. This is what my predictions are anyway, so, yeah, so, I don't think I'll be getting that because I've already got this figure, but, I would like a cradle for the child because I do have the child, which is here. I did not review it because I got it quite late, but I can just show it off in this video with the Mandalorian, but, yeah, so with the pistol, looks very good in his hand. You could pose it in any way, or you could put it in his holster if you would like. I'll probably just do that for now. His holster's there. It yeah, just pegs out there, and then you can just put that in there. Just peg it back in. There you go. That's the figure with the gun in the holster. And yeah, so basically one more final thing I wanted to do, or 2-3 final things I wanted to do, is that I wanted a Darksaber, so I didn't know what to use for one. And the closest thing I could find, which I think is quite a good resemblance, is the sword from Black Manta, from the Aquaman Basics line from the 2018 Aquaman movie. And I just sort of chopped the handle off, and I'm going to need to get rid of these side pieces. And I think it would pass as a pretty good Darksaber. Putting it in Mando's hand looks decent. I would say that looks really good, to be honest. If you do have that figure, I don't know, if you're willing to just cut little pieces off just to make it look more Darksaber-esque, I would say that would fit pretty good in your display as a Darksaber. But just remember that Mando hasn't actually wielded the Darksaber yet. Moff Gideon actually has it right now, so hopefully we'll see the origins of how he got that in Season 2. But yeah, pretty much that's how Mando looks with this, my sort of B-Tech Darksaber. And yeah, so let's just have a look at comparisons for the Mandalorian. Right, so after another long 2-3 minutes, I finally managed to get the child in the Mandalorian's arms, having him being cradled. That's really the only thing you can really do with the child at the moment and the Mandalorian until it actually comes with a cradle, or you can buy a custom cradle, I guess, if you can find one. I'm pretty sure there's a few out there, but yeah, you can either just have it like that, him holding him like that, or him, I don't know, balancing there like this, or just have him next to him, I guess. Like, here's the size comparison. Putting the camera down there. there's the size comparison. Looks, it just both very good. I mean, I would recommend, if you have the Mandalorian, get the child, because obviously that would just make sense. And also one more figure I would like to compare it to is the Heavy Mandalorian, aka Paz Vizsla, aka Jon Favreau in Mandalorian armor. So yeah, I did get this a pretty long time after it came out. I got it quite late, and I had to buy it off eBay because it wasn't in stock anywhere. But yeah, they sort of move the child away from here. So there's the sort of comparison. Mando stands about 6 inch. Heavy Mando stands a bit higher. So as you can see, it sort of, there's your scales there for height. And then Heavy Mando does come with the jetpack, which I'm pretty sure cannot fit on Mando's back because the peg is too big. And then Mando's jetpack probably will be able to fit in Heavy Mando's back, but not very well. It'll probably, yeah, pops out. So yeah, pretty much that's really it for the review, guys. Overall, an amazing figure. The one complaint I have about it is the peg for the rifle not very sturdy in his back, but it's not too big of a complaint, and overall will look amazing in your display with, of course, the child there. Overall, hopefully everyone's hoping for a Moff Gideon Black Series, which is basically all but confirmed, but yeah, pretty much that's it, guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share with fellow family, collectors, friends, anyone in the community. If you didn't, if you do like this figure, I would recommend picking it up. It will be quite hard now since it is sold out. But if you do live in the UK, I'm heard they're bringing them into comic book stores and action figure stores and that. So just pop into your local action figure store and check the stock. So yeah, guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your family and friends, collectors, the community. Thank you for all the support so far, especially on the action figure videos that I've been doing. I would love to put out more in the future, and go and check out all the other ones that I've done. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.